You know what? Victims, it's not the victim's fault whatsoever at all. When a victim gets stolen from, oh, well, what? You don't know what you're doing. Oh, you can't handle money. I'll tell you who can't handle any money. A person who has so much money in 2010, and the father of my two children stayed, where I was not allowed even back on that property at all in 2010. That's really awful. Because that man ruined my life. Oh my God, late Arthur Hesnault III ruined my life? How did he ruin my life? He never did anything to me. God, he beat me up when we were going out. Gave me a few black eye. What guy didn't beat me up? Like, really? What guy didn't abuse me? Yeah, you know what was really bad? He threw me, late Arthur Hesnault III, threw me in the Shamrock door. Okay, this was, this is 30 years ago. So I had two miscarriages. My mom drove me to the abortion clinic for the third one. If she would have, I would not have wanted her, I'm really hurt that my boys were stolen away from me with my money. But, it's just too hurtful. A person who has a whole bunch of money because of Arthur Hesnault III, a bunch of extra money, and does not and refuses to fix pipes that needed fixed a long time ago, and that ended up with the shower not working for a while. That person is incompetent. And you have enough money, you have over 100,000 extra coming in for 6-7 years, and you decide not to fix the shower. So what they do, take bird baths or whatever, and she takes showers, right? I mean, that's really bad. That person isn't questioned whatsoever at all. I mean, it's like the worst play. Arthur Hesnault III, me and their dad wanted to save our boys from that house. It's just, ew. It's death and it's doom and gloom. It's awful. But the inside of the house, I mean, God, the rugs are so. The house is just atrocious. For all these years, and I was my first Social Security check. My whole check was taken. So that was from 1999 to 2010. And I had late Susan Chappelle became my pay representative, and unfortunately she had Alzheimer's. But saved my life that year, or else I would have killed myself. Because the father of my two children was on the property where my boys are at. And I'm not allowed on that property? I would have killed myself. I just naturally. That man ruined your life. Well then, why is he living there for a year? In fact, he lived there for 13 months. He moved in December of 2009, and she kicked him out January of 2011. It was calculated. Then she pretended that I was allowed to move in, and I was David's. David was my best friend at the age of 13 in 2011. But I wasn't allowed to be David's best friend because he wanted to go to the park. But my mom wouldn't let him. My mom would not let him go to the park. No, siree. David, you tell your mother that you never want to see her again, that she's not allowed back in the property. Tell your mother that you don't want her. You tell your mother that you don't want her here. She's not allowed here. You tell your mother that she's not. She's not allowed. In 2011, and then she kicked me off the property. But she wouldn't let him go. She wouldn't let him go. You probably understand. Just to get him away from her because she's screaming like she ice skates. It's like, fine. Mom, I don't want you here. Get away. I don't want you here, Mom. Get away. I don't want to ever see you again. He had to repeat what my mom said to him. And I wasn't allowed back on that property at all. For 10 years, the cops were always called on me for what? You don't want to know what happened in 2017. 2018, because I'm not disrespecting my boys. 2018. So 2018, then I was allowed back on the property because I didn't have a toe. Because these were removed. Can you see that? Okay, so my 2 toes were removed, and I still wasn't allowed back on the property, but I saw my boys. And they were in really, really bad shape. And they're not in good shape now, but I'm not allowed to see my boys. I'm not allowed to talk to my boys, right? My boys hate me. I wonder why. Were they influenced by a really bad influence to hate me? You think? You think so?